Hi, thanks for watching. Welcome to Sweetwater Online. I'm Kenny Burgle. We are so happy today to announce the full stocking and welcome QSC as a major Sweetwater vendor. We're so happy. This is Ray Van Stratton.
Hey, Kenny.
Hi, Ray. He is Director of Entertainer Solutions Worldwide. Is that correct?
You nailed
okay,
it.
Yeah.
Kenny. So glad to be here to share this with you and all your customers out there. The new K-Series from QSC. It's a terrific line. It's 4 new speaker models. We have the K8, which is pictured right here. This is what we've got. It's an 8-inch two-way. We have a K10, 10-inch two-way, K12, 12-inch two-way, and a K-sub dual 12 bandpass subwoofer. The really unique thing about all of these products is that each of them, including the 8-inch two-way, each have a 1,000-watt power amplifier.
1,000 watts.
1,000 watts, even in this little 8-inch puppy. That's 500 watts to the low-frequency device, 500 watts to the high-frequency device.
Yet I just picked it up with one hand. How much does that thing weigh?
Oh, I think it's about 21, 23 pounds.
Unbelievable. The subwoofer you can pick up with one hand. Beyond that, he's going to tell us there's an amazing Dsp circuit in here called Deep, which even the 8-inch without the subwoofer filled up this complete theater with bass. It was amazing.
Sure.
Actually amazing.
Yeah, DEEP is an acronym for Digital Extension and Excursion Processing.
All right.
You got to love that anytime that you can TM an acronym. And DEEP
TM would be trademarked for us uninitiated.
It's just what it sounds like, and it's giving us additional low-frequency extension. You know, everybody always says when it talks about a speaker, look, they want it to be loud. They want it to be compact and highly portable, and at the same time, they want a lot of low-frequency content. So you would look at an 8-inch speaker like this and say, well, how can that possibly deliver all that? Sure, it's small. Yeah, it might be loud, but what's it going to do with low frequency?
Right.
So what we've done with the deep circuitry is we've taken a combination of the low frequency contouring, kind of an EQ curve, if you will.
Okay.
But the DSP is also actively managing the excursion of the woofer. And so what it's doing is looking for transients in time in the woofer that would get the woofer in trouble and cause it to over-excurt. That's when you're going to get all that additional distortion. And when the amplifier is going to work harder than it really has to reproduce frequencies that just aren't going to be there for you.
That's really interesting. So it's a physical governor on the excursion of the woofer.
Absolutely. The DSP is mapped. It knows just how far it's going to be able to push that the low frequency content on that. We've also matched that to another process called intrinsic correction. And intrinsic correction is something that we first developed for our line array technology for our big concert series product. We put that in this K-series. What we've done is in the manufacture and design of this product, we've taken it into a large space, and we take 60 to 70 or so spatial average measurements. So we measure the room at different distances. That all maps back into the DSP, and DSP then basically calculates what's going to be the best sound regardless of where you are in the sound field, so that every listener at every position has the optimum amount of sound. Yeah, the sub is a really nice compact design. It's a dual 12. You know, you don't have to have a big 18 or big 15 to have good low frequency extension. You know, you have a dual 12 in there. When you think about it, in many respects, you're dealing with 24 inches of surface space on a dual 12. But a nice compact design of bandpass allows you to have lots of additional extension in a compact package. So it's really highly portable. Like you said, you can lift it up. Chuck was lifting it up with one hand.
And portability, you'll see this. There's casters on the back. Literally, you just roll the thing in to the gig and stack whatever you want on it and flop it over, and boom, you're set up. And again, a pole, another innovation, they've innovated the pole. I love this. Go ahead.
So what we've done in the pole is, you know, we have a lot of folks that talk to us about poles and say, well, we like having speakers on the pole, but we hate that wobble. It always feels like it's going to tip. What can you do about that? Well, we did two things. Number one is this is a threaded pole, so it actually threads down into the subwoofer, making a nice locking connection. At the top, not at the top of the pole, but in the bottom of the speaker itself, we have a process called tilt direct.
This is great.
The cup in the speaker, actually there's a dial on it, and you turn the dial, simple 180-degree turn of the dial, and it's going to give you a 7.5-degree down tilt.
That's really
so
great.
Like where we are on a stage here, your audience is down here below you. You want to focus your energy on the
I don't know
listeners.
if they can even see it, but this is the side view. There's your 7 degrees. Is that what you said?
7.5. Yeah.
7.5 degrees. Thank you. And this is perfect, actually, to get for a speaker on a pole to get to the audience. It's brilliant. I'm surprised no one's done it yet, but leave it to QSC.
And we've got a patent on that one too.
Okay, good.
So they can try, but we'll be watching.
Thank you.
We'll be watching. You know, the flexibility of the system, you know, Kenny was talking about how it is with the sub. Without the sub, you know, this is a product which is so flexible for so many types of customers. We have on the back, we have 3 inputs. You can use a microphone and a line input and an RCA input in there at the same time. There's gain control, so you can have mixed control of all of that together. So, you know, think of a one-person, you know, solo entertainer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a keyboardist and I sing, and you know, I also play music that's on my breaks and
Break
such.
music,
So, you know, so I can have my keyboard and my microphone.
That's great.
And my break music all plugged into one
3
speaker.
inputs. I'm counting that right.
That's
well,
right.
2 mono inputs and a stereo input. So technically 4 inputs, but 2 monos and a stereo input all mixed together. And on top of that, mixed together as a line throughout. So you can now send that on to a daisy chain down the road or down the line, mixed at the speaker. That's very unusual and tremendous.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It allows you to be highly portable. So there are circumstances where you might find yourself setting up, say at a wedding, or you're outdoors. This is great. You can take one speaker outside for the wedding ceremony and just put the microphones in and maybe put a little background music in, and then you can just take it and carry it back in and set it up, and now it's part of your larger rig.
Again, don't forget, 1,000 watts. This is a large wedding you can handle with 2 of these 8-inch speakers. It's unbelievable how loud this thing was. I really appreciate you coming and talking to everybody. Thanks for coming on board.
Our pleasure.
We look forward to so much,
pleased.
QSC.
Thank you. We are so glad to be here and,
Thank you.
and be partners with Sweetwater and all your great customers out there. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Check out online. They're all online now, all the QSC speakers. You can see them at our site. Call your sales engineer. Every one of them heard these speakers. I'd love for you to hear from their mouth how they felt about it. Thanks again for watching. I'm Kenny Burgle, and we'll see you next time.